So for those of you unfamiliar, on 16personalities.com, that is a version of Myers-Briggs, but it's sort of like the fourth, fifth grade version of Myers-Briggs. It's
Yeah.
very simplified. There's a lot of like introvert, extrovert, intuitive sensing. In reality, everyone has a logical side and an emotional side. We all have an introverted and an extroverted side. But when you really dig into it, when you really want to nerd out, there's something called the cognitive functions, and on my YouTube channel, I talk about them as personality superpowers because it sounds a lot more fun.
Hmm.
But the cognitive functions, that's sort of more like the leaving high school, going to college version of Myers-Briggs, and it brings a lot more accuracy, a lot more clarity, a lot more nuance, all that sort of stuff. But what it's talking about is really just wiring. It's just different ways of thinking about things, prioritizing things, preferences. From that wiring emerges your personality type. But as Anthony was saying, there's on top of that, there's your upbringing, there's your values, there's your culture, there's your career, there's your all these different things. And it's really cool because they actually did sort of like brain scans of different personality types or different versions of the same personality type. And they were able to see, yeah, there is some like similar wiring with
Hmm.
the same personality type, but at the same time, maybe like a creative INTP or an INTP that explores more of their creative side versus one that goes into a more like technical field or like
Hmm.
basically your career or your
Yes.
culture or whatever. Actually, that also shows up in your brain wiring and all that sort of stuff, which is so
Yeah.
cool, but also makes so much sense.
Yeah. The more we get into it, the more fun it is, and the more, fun it is to explore and learn. And to anybody that's like not that into it or just has like a peripheral
Yeah.
understanding of it, it's fun if you like personalities. Like, for instance, the reason why I love it is, first of all, I love people and I love social skills. And when I got into learning about social skills,
Mhm.
the concept when I was introduced to it was like, wait a second, I could improve my social skills, like how I
Yeah.
interact with people. I could
Yeah.
actually get good at that. My ability to start a relationship with anybody, friends,
Mhm.
business, whatever, dating, I could have better potential for people that I'm interested in. And so this is just another color for me, including my coaching. The fact that I can now understand how somebody's brain works when I'm coaching them is so, so helpful. Because
Yeah.
where sometimes I would just go, like, this guy just doesn't understand. This woman just doesn't understand. But where now I go, well, wait a second. Maybe that's because they approach things differently, with how they think about stuff. And so it's like, let me meet them where they are instead of having them to try to constantly meet me at where I understand things. And so that's so great for me. It's so fun.
Yeah, a lot of people have this idea, which totally makes sense, that personality types like, oh, I really want to stay away from it because it's like labeling people and putting them in a box. And I do agree that a lot of that does go on
Mm-hmm.
in Myers-Briggs
Yeah.
land, which I do not condone and I
Mm-hmm.
think is sort of lame. But for me, the reason I get really excited about the frameworks and thinking about how people think about things and all that stuff is it, as you said, it just gives me better tools to appreciate myself, but also connect better with other people. It's like this, it's like a hack. It's like
Yeah.
you just see things a lot more clearly. It gives you better tools to be able to love yourself a little bit more, be more authentically yourself, and find like
Yeah.
connect better with other people that are the same as you, but also super different,
Mm.
which is just the most exciting thing, which is why I
Yeah.
really want to. I'm so excited about making the cognitive function, so like the complicated stuff, more easy and fun on my
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
I mean, and
I think
that's where
so
your
fun.
strength is.